Yeah, but at least Scuttlegator's adorable.
Hi, and
Scuttlegator's
welcome
my
to my
baby.
mukbang channel.
Scuttlegator is my child.
Your what channel, Zane?
Mukbang.
Do you not know what mukbangs are, Tom?
No.
Man. Fucking hell. I mean, it's a thing started by, like, lonely South Koreans. So, anyway, now that we have everybody here for the first time in 2 weeks.
Who are you?
I'm going to suplex you into a shelf.
How?
Would you like to know?
Yeah, because you're not close enough to do it. I'm the one who takes you to...
Don't you Anyway, being as we have everyone here for the first time in a while, we're able to continue Rest, Calm, and Remember Me by 20 Druidic Cats.
Oh, we didn't give up on that one? I'm disappointed.
Tom? Tom, do you want to join Zane on the shelf?
Do you promise?
God damn it. Anyway, we're on chapter 4.
Quattro.
Of the Shrek fanfiction. That has very little Shrek.
Shreko
a lot of
fanfiction.
assault.
Oh.
Hi, and welcome to Shrek the Third, with your host, me.
Author's note. Hello. This is a longer chapter than normal. Just warning you now. Please read and review, for I eat those to give my brain creative power. Ooh woo.
Ooh, woo, notices your brain. What's this?
I have no other idea.
Oh god, it's a mind flare.
Oh god damn it. Not again, Reggie. I told you we were through. It was one time.
Oh my.
Thank you for reading so far, and I do hope you enjoy. Cat.
You're welcome. I'm sorry, Cat. We're not really enjoying ourselves.
I mean, it's cathartic, but
I don't know the meaning of the word.
I looked at her.
My stress to tear things apart.
Oh,
you should tear things apart anyways.
It only increases mine.
Dude, if this fanfiction is increasing your stress, I think we have bigger problems.
No, the fanfiction isn't increasing my stress. It's just
you are.
The blue light of the computer always just burning into my brain, possibly giving me cancer if I stare too long at it.
That's why you don't go with blue.
I think my computer's LED. I don't know, though. I looked at her wide-eyed, then nodded, grabbing my tack for Voniata and quickly strapped it onto her. Wait, what happened last time?
She killed a rapist, and now the mob is trying to kill her.
Ah, okay.
Oh, right. Because
yes.
This fanfiction sucks.
Because it uses assault as a very cheap story device.
Yeah. That's no good.
Yeah, doing stuff that's pretty fucking insulting to victims typically isn't.
Zane, it is your line.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't.
Yes.
Yes. When we got out of the boundaries of the town, we stopped and looked back.
Nope. No.
I swung myself onto her back to see.
Nope. The one before that.
How many lines do you think we've read?
Hey, I didn't count the bold stuff, so I went for like 4 then 3. Hey, girl, we need to go, I murmured to the mare, who snorted and shifted her weight slightly.
The horse did not care about my problems. I swung myself onto her back to see Rayo, ready on a silver horse. Probably the same one I saw earlier. Oh yeah, that's right. Rayo, the green kitsune.
She has green hair. Ha ha ha.
Why? I smiled grimly. She smiled grimly at me, then gestured towards the open stable doors, nudging her horse into a fast trot. I followed her, and we snuck out of town through a crumbling gap in the stone wall. They really ought to get that fixed.
Probably.
It's like no guards doing their rounds, and like were none of the guards when they were doing their rounds like, huh, that seems like a problem.
Well, it's not my problem. Walks off.
And onto a back road through golden fields.
There's fields that grow gold, huh? Where is this place? I kind of want to visit.
Tom, do not crash the economy more.
I did. Yeah, I make no promises.
Tom,
Economy isn't real.
Tom, the economy's in shambles already. Don't fucking add more gold to just devalue it.
But what if I bring it and I
That's-
keep it and make a statue out of it and don't sell it? Just be like a fucking dragon.
Oh, okay, so the Aztec method. Got it. They
And
had
then
so
sell it
much
after
gold that they...
And then sell it after the economy gets better.
Well, then you're just going to crash the value of gold.
Gold deserves it though.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a shiny rock that can kind of conduct electricity pretty well.
Frankly, that's what we should be using it for more.
Definitely.
Hand over your jewelry. We need it for electricity.
But, like, the whole thing with, like, the Aztecs and Mayans is that there was just so much fucking gold in that area that they didn't see it as, like, worth anything, and instead just, like, kind of, like, made decorations out of it and offered it to the gods.
Oh, that's pretty metal. Let's use it.
There's actually there's a lake in, like, Musica territory that the bottom of it is just filled with gold because of the fact that, like, the Musica people there would just fucking throw gold into the lake anytime, like, a new leader was inaugurated. Like, during that, they'd throw, like, gold into the lake, and then they'd also paint the guy in gold dust, and he'd just jump off a boat into the lake.
Later, gamers, I'm out. Jumps in lake.
Like, that's one hell of an inauguration ceremony. But, like, people have tried to get the gold out of there several times, including one time when they drained the lake, which caused the bottom to dry up and turn into cement. So they couldn't get it out.
Hey, it's sacred ground.
Apparently the goddess who's in charge of that place was just like, no, it's mine.
No, my gold, mine.
It's the last vestige of my people after you idiots slaughtered them.
So you know what that means? It's my gold.
Fuck you, you white fucks.
When we got out of the boundaries of the town, we stopped and looked back. A startled cry flew from Rao's lips when we saw that what the mob did to the inn. I'm just imagining, like, they just, like, tip it over and, like, the building doesn't, like, collapse. No, it's just, like, full in one piece and it's just on its side now.
What if we take the inn and move it somewhere else?
Oh
Basically.
God, they turned the end gold. No!
They
doesn't
painted
look
it-
good in gold.
They painted it gold and threw it in a lake.
A huge tower of flames rose up from where the inn used to be. Okay, I like arson just as much as anyone else, but that's an inn, guys. Come on, there are beds there.
Unfortunately, it was made entirely of stone, so it did nothing.
The black smoke almost obscuring the bright moon that shone down upon us. Glancing at my friend, I saw that there was a look of horror mixed with sorrow. It's okay, everyone's just dead who used to work at the inn.
Again, we weren't.
All
There are
your
more
friends
people.
are dead, and
Well, I
they're
guess I get it.
losers.
It's more of a whole thing. We weren't really given anything about Reo that gave us any reason to attach ourselves to this character. Sure, like, all we knew is that she hated the place she was living at. Because
But-
She's
they...
a furry.
But
Yes.
Llytic, she's a fox.
Look, I'm sexually attracted to foxes as much as the next person.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm glad we both expressed these feelings together. I too am sexually attracted to foxes.
Fuck.
Y'all are weird.
I'm sorry, Tom. What
I
the
mean,
fuck did you expect me to say when you
There's
did that?
2 out of 3 people here attracted to foxes, so you're the odd one out here.
2 out of 3 experts agree.
Yes, because we're obviously experts.
Foxes are hot.
Yeah, dude. You don't like trickster types?
I'd
Not
let
really. I
Tamo,
find them annoying.
I'd let Tamio like ruin my empire any day.
Come again?
I'm trying to remember how exactly the name is pronounced, but it's a kitsune from Japanese folklore that is blamed for the collapse of like multiple empires.
Typical Tuesdays.
I think it's Tamomo. Let me go to
Tiananmen Square.
The fox lady from Fate.
You do realize that Fate takes from a lot of myths, right?
Yes, I do. Which is why I'm thinking, is it the one from Fates? Because that would be interesting.
Well, if this,
because then I'd actually have some sort of semblance of actually knowing what you were talking about.
This fucking page will fucking load. There we go. Yep, this is the one. Tamomo no Me.
Yeah, the fox fate fox.
Yeah, like she was known. Let's see, born some 3,500 years ago in what is now China. Early life is a mystery. Eventually became a powerful sorceress. After hundreds of more years, she became a white-faced, golden-furred Kyubi no Kitsune. Expert at manipulation, used her charm and wit to advance her standing and influence world affairs. During the Shang Dynasty, Tamomo no Me was known as Daiji. She disguised herself as a beautiful woman and became the favorite concubine of King Zhao Shang. Was a model of human depravity. She held orgies in the palace garden. Her fondness for watching and inventing new forms of torture was legendary.
Okay.
Daiji eventually brought about the fall of the entire Shang dynasty.
See, what's not to love about that?
Managed to escape execution and fled to the Magadha kingdom in India in 1046 BCE. And Magadha, she was known as Lady Keio and became the consort of King... Oh, God damn it. King Kalmashapada, known in Japan as Hanzuko. Used her beauty and charms to dominate the king, causing him to devour children, murder priests, and commit other unspeakable horrors. Eventually, whether because she ran out of children to eat, or because Kalmashapada began to turn away from her and towards Buddhism, she fled back to China. During the Zhao, I believe that's Zhao dynasty, she called herself Baosi and was known as one of the most desirable women in all of China. In 779 BCE, she became the concubine of King Yu. Not satisfied as just a mistress, she manipulated the king into deposing his wife, Queen Shen, and making Bao Si his new queen. Though she was beautiful, she rarely smiled. In order to please his beautiful new wife, King Yu committed acts of such evil and atrocity that eventually all of his nobles abandoned and betrayed him. Eventually, he was killed, and Bao Si was captured, and the Western Zhao dynasty was brought to an end in 771 BCE. Somehow, Bao Si managed to escape again. She went into hiding for many years. Little was known about her activities until the 700s, when she resurfaced disguised as a 16-year-old girl named Wakamo. She tricked the leaders of the 10th Japanese envoy to the Tang dynasty, Kibi no Makabe, Abe no Nakamaro, and Ganjin, as they were preparing to return home to Japan. Wakamo joined their crew and took the ship to Japan, where she hid herself away for over 300 years. In the 1090s, she resurfaced again, this time transformed herself into a human baby and hid by the side of the road. Married couple found the baby and rescued it, taking her in as their daughter and named her Mikuzume. She proved to be an exceedingly intelligent and talented young girl and was so beautiful that she attracted attention of everyone around her. When she was 7 years old, she recited poetry before the emperor. His imperial majesty immediately took a liking to her and employed her as a servant in his court. Excelled at court, absorbing knowledge like a sponge. There was no question she could not answer, whether it was about music, history, astronomy, religion, or Chinese classics. Clothes were always clean and unwrinkled, always smelled pleasant. Mikozume had the most beautiful face in all of Japan, and everyone who saw her loved her. During the summer of her 18th year, a poetry and instrument recital was held in Mikuzume's honor. During the recital, an unexpected storm fell upon the palace. All the candles in the recital room were snuffed, leaving the participants in the dark. Suddenly, a bright light emanated from her body, illuminating the room. Everyone in the court was so impressed by her genius and declared that she must have had an exceedingly good and holy previous life. She was given the name Tamomo no Mae. Emperor Toba, already exceedingly fond of her, made her his consort. Almost immediately after she became the emperor's consort, the emperor fell deathly ill. None of the court physicians could determine the cause, and so the Onmyoji Abe no Yasunari was called in. Abe no Yasunari read the emperor's fortune and divined that he was marked by a bad omen. After that, the highest priests and monks were summoned to the palace to pray for the emperor's health. The best prayers of the highest priest had no effect, however. The emperor continued to grow worse. Abe no Yasunari was summoned again to read the emperor's fortune. This time, to his horror, the Onmyojo discovered that the emperor's beloved Tamomo no Mae was the cause of his illness. She was a kitsune in disguise and was shortening the emperor's lifespan in order to take over as ruler of Japan.
Jesus Christ.
Emperor Toba was reluctant to believe the diviner's words, but agreed to test Tamomo no Mae just to be sure. To save the emperor's life, Abe no Yasunari God damn it! These fucking words. Prepared the Taizan Fuken no Sai, the secret and most powerful spell known to the Onmyodo. If anyone tries to fucking correct me on pronunciation in the comments, I swear to God.
Well, I think you're pronouncing it wrong.
Fuck you.
It's all wrong, dude. Do it again.
Was ordered to perform part of the ritual. They reasoned that an evil spirit would not be able to participate in such a holy ritual. Though she was reluctant to participate, the emperor's ministers persuaded her. They told her that it would increase her standing and admiration among the court. When the ritual was performed, she dressed even more beautifully than normal. Recited the holy words as expected and played her part exceedingly well, but as she prepared to wave the ceremonial staff, she vanished. Soon after, word arrived that women and children were disappearing near Nasuno in Shimotsuke province. The court sorcerers determined that Tamomo no Mae was the cause. It was decided she must be destroyed once and for all. Emperor summoned the best warriors in all the land, and they charged the most superb of them. Kazu-san Osuke and Miyoranosuke to find Tamomo no Mae. Warriors gladly accepted. They purified themselves and set out with an army of 80,000 men. Upon reaching Nasuno, they found the kitsune. Warriors chased her for days and days. But the fox used her magical powers and outsmarted them time and time again, easily escaping. Grew weary, frustration set in. However, Kazu-san-suke and Miyaranosuke would not accept the shame of defeat and vowed to press on. One night, Miyaranosuke had a prophetic dream. A beautiful young woman appeared before him, crying. She begged, "Tomorrow I will lose my life to you. Please save me." He adamantly refused. And upon waking, the warriors set out to find Tamomo no Mae. Sure enough, the next day they caught her. Miyaranosuke fired 2 arrows, one through the fox's flank and one through its neck. Kazu-san-suke swung his blade. It was over, just as the dream had said. However, her evil did not end with her death.
Oh no.
1 year after she died, Emperor Kone died heirless. The following year, her lover and former emperor Toba died as well. The succession crisis ignited between forces loyal to Emperor Shirakawa and forces loyal to former Emperor Sutoku. This crisis started the Fujiwara-Minamoto rivalry that led to the Genpei War, the end of the Heian period, and the rise of the first shogun. As if that were not enough, Tamomo no Mae's spirit haunted a massive boulder which killed every living thing that touched it. That boulder exists. I've seen photos of that boulder. But yes. So... That's a thing.
Please spare my life. I'm gonna die tomorrow. Nope. I'm not sparing it. It just goes.
But yes, so a single kitsune blamed for the end of 3 empires, one of which happened after her death, as well as stated to be the reason that emperors started just fucking murdering people.
Yeah, what's not to think is attractive about that?
Everything.
She's insane. Even better. God damn it. But yeah, so that's a thing. Which, yeah, I do think that Gaijin Goomba did do a whole video on her because of the fact of the fake character based on her.
I'll have to look that up.
Although I'm pretty sure that they don't bring up the murder in Fate.
Probably not.
Probably not, yeah. Should probably just look at the cute fox lady.
Look at the cute fox lady, known for inventing new forms of torture.
Of course.
Wait, what? What?
You are nothing.
So yes, that's who I was referencing, and whose name I mispronounced because for some reason I said Tome when I should have said Tamomo. Anyway.
Well, dang, Llytic, you really fucked up there.
Yes. How dare I, a person who does not speak Japanese, fuck up Japanese pronunciations?
Like Japan's even real.
No, you're thinking Australia.
The entire country of Finland.
What the fuck do they even do in Sweden anyway? Fucking right, is it?
Finland doesn't exist thing?
Okay, who was the one who read the line about the inn being on fire?
I did.
Okay, so it's Zane's line.
Yeah.
Because that was the whole thing of, but she's a fox. That's why you should care. Tom.
Sorry, this was my fault.
You started this.
I hope y'all enjoyed that little tangent.
I fucking love mythology, so.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, that was really interesting. Like, I enjoyed it, but
yeah.
I don't know.
No, but seriously, have you not heard about Finland doesn't exist?
It sounds vaguely familiar, but I probably haven't.
There are allegedly around 6.5 million Finns, right? That's out of a 7.125 billion humans. That means Finns make up about 0.0912% of the planet. So, that's not 9%. That's like less than that 1%.
Yeah, just below 1%.
So put it another way, 99.9% of the planet is not made of Finns. How do we know this? Because of the government censuses and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the best government censuses have a margin of error at least 1%. So
God.
If they make up 0.912% of the planet plus or minus 1%, there is only about a 50-50 chance that Finland actually exists and that Finland doesn't exist.
God damn it.
Apologies to any people in Finland who are listening to us out there.
What are we supposed to do about Liechtenstein, then?
Who knows, man? Fake news.
Is that what it... Yeah, Liechtenstein's. Liz Beckenstein. That's what I was thinking.
Are you all right, Ralu? I asked quietly, feeling so guilty that I caused this.
Yes, you did. Where... I can't remember the fucking name of it. I know it starts with an L, and it's like one of the smallest countries on Earth. You could literally walk across it in one day. And it keeps getting accidentally invaded by neighboring countries during just military exercises because they accidentally accidentally pass the borders while doing practice drills and shit like that.
It really do be like that sometimes, though,
Yeah.
It's not Uzbekistan. What the fuck? No, not the E Nation. What?
Yo, Yeet Nation?
E Nation, not Yeet Nation.
EA Sports. It's in the E.
Okay, that's a principality. Okay. Smallest countries. Not Vatican City, although that is one of them. Okay, so apparently it is Liechtenstein. German-speaking microstate, that's what it is. But the country is really goddamn small. Is there a thing saying the population? Population is about 38,000 people. So, yeah, really goddamn small.
That does sound small.
Very, very small. Very
Yeah.
small place.
Very small and very cool about accidentally being invaded several times. But yeah, you could like walk across the country in a day. The fox woman, okay, nodded slowly and then shook her head. We gotta go if we want to make good time, she said, turning her horse's head toward the road and started along it. Use the same tense. Either present tense or past tense. Pick one. Which Tom's no longer here.
What happened to Tom?
He said he would BRB.
Oh, well, I wasn't listening if you couldn't tell.
Well, he put it in chat.
Oh, well, I wasn't reading if you couldn't tell.
So I guess your line then.
Yeah. With a final glance at the burning inn, I touched my heels to Vanita's belly and settled into a trot behind Aru. We rode in silence until the moon was about halfway across the inky sky.
I think the belly's a bit low to put your heels to. Typically, you
She's
go with
riding
the
a pony.
Or maybe she just has really fucking long legs.
Long elf equals tall elf. It's all on the legs.
Oh, I'm trying to remember because I remember in I think it was like Ripley's Believe It or Not, or yeah, it was Ripley's Believe It or Not. There was the woman who had the longest legs in America.
Oh, how sexy.
And so she just had like really disproportionately long legs. I hope it's not that person. That person's apparently dead.
Who's dead?
One person who was born with Milroy disease.
That's unfortunate.
I think I still have like that copy of Ripley's Believe It or Not. I'm gonna fucking check out. I guess it's Tom's line or wait. Okay. Hey, Rao, I think we should stop for the night. I think we're safe here, I called ahead, making the fox woman tug on her horse's reins.
Hang on. All right, I think I know where we are. She glanced around and nodded wearily, dismounting her horse and landing in the soft wheat that covered the earth. It was my turn to slide down from Vanyata's back, untying my pack after I landed and placing it on the ground.
Give me a sec. Sorry, I was looking up leg elf. Let's see. Hey, Rose, up for the night. She glanced, right?
Yes. Wait, no, the one after that.
Do you have a sleeping mat? I asked the older woman, who shook her head.
Should I read the next line, or...
I guess. Up to
Okay.
you, man.
No, I plan to sleep on the wheat, she replied, patting her horse's neck fondly, then settling down on the wheat. It's soft enough.
Sleeping on the yeet.
That sounds sleeping on the yeet. That just reminds me of that one bed that's like you sleep and like the alarm goes off and it just flings you out of bed.
What the fuck?
Have you not seen that?
No.
Okay, I'm back. This might be the right book. This might be the wrong one because I have 2 different years. Ripley's Believe It or Not things.
Mhm.
So, whose line is it?
It's Zane's line again because we read a couple lines and I read ahead. So
Okay.
My line again? I just read my line, I thought.
well, I read one and then like you can read another one and then we can get back to Llytic, I guess.
Okay. Her dark blue tail twitched under her dark cloak as she leaned back to gaze at the moon. Pulled on my
The dark
barrels
moon.
and spread it out near the foxwoman, sitting on it afterwards. She's right. It does make a soft padding.
Yeah, with very short legs, extra legs, goat walks on 4 legs, legless acrobat, legless climber, legless Elvis impersonator, legless swimmer, one-legged wrestling pro. Okay, I don't think this is the one that has it. So I guess it's the other one, and I don't feel like digging for that one. Because, well. All right. Let's see. The mention of the. Whoa! What the?
What?
Okay. Got it. Never mind. All right.
What? I'm
Relax.
scared. Dad, I'm scared. What's going on?
Zane.
What's going on? Daddy.
Zane.
What?
It's okay, Zane.
I'm scared.
All right. God damn it. I turned my gaze towards the pillar of smoke still rising in the distance. I sighed and whispered, Rao, I'm so sorry for causing all of this. I never intended for all this to happen.
Hearing wrestling, I turned my head to see Rao lying on her side facing me. She was dead.
Oof.
I don't know. I'm just thinking about like the whole thing that was being brought up Thursday during that campaign. Of just like the whole thing of like if like the fucking city gets destroyed, and I'm just imagining Voon just being like, I'd say I'm sorry about this, but honestly I don't care.
I'm not sorry. Everyone here deserves to burn.
Well, she probably wouldn't say that. She'd just be like, but sadly, I don't really give a shit.
That is all. Goodbye.
I did technically kind of make her a literal murder hobo.
Yeah,
As she is a
thanks for that.
nomad who has no qualms about killing people.
So you're saying you're fine if I kill her?
In what way did I say that?
What? She deserves it. Let me murder her.
Okay, it's a campaign of pirates.
And?
I'm pretty sure that, you know, by that logic, just about any pirate crew deserves death.
And then there's Cornelius. He's just a treasure hunter.
who also seems to enjoy murdering people.
Only if they attack first, and he doesn't
He might
enjoy
be
it.
more blood
He's
hungry.
just good at it. Yeah.
My point is, don't act like my character is the worst one.
You're right. On my list of people that I would probably kill first for the meme, you're at least second.
God damn it.
But at least you're not first.
Is first Kyle?
No.
Okay,
He's
that's
actually third.
Philip.
Nope.
John.
Yep.
Okay. I was like, I know it's not Tom.
Yeah.
You
Tom and
actually
Anthony
like
are
Tom.
Tom and Anthony are tied at the bottom.
Yeah, you actually like Tom.
No, I just like birds.
So, okay, there you go. Just make a bird, and Zane Zane won't kill it, probably.
Well, now I have to kill you first, Tom.
Worth it, I guess.
Oh god, this is what's going to happen with the first fastball special.
Yeah, you fastball special him right into the ocean.
Why would you do that?
I was aiming for the other ship.
That's what happens if you make a nat 1 on your athletics check to throw him.
That'd be really upsetting too, considering the fact that she has expertise in athletics.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I believe it's Tom's line.
Oh, is it? I just read Hearing Wrestling.
Did you? Because I read my line.
As
Yes.
per usual, it's probably my line.
Yes.
Yeah, it
it's
typically
Zane's
tends to
line.
be the case.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Bless you.
No.
Um, uh, uh, I'm not really sure how to respond. Sorry. There's a lot happening.
You're the one playing XCOM in the middle of this.
Yeah, exactly. And Duke Nukem just did the stupid alphabet joke.
God damn it.
He's just like, if I could change the alphabet, I'd put you and I together. And I'm just like, Duke, what?
Duke, this is why your latest game failed. That and it just wasn't very good.
Alright, what's my line?
It's I know.
I know. What can I say except you're welcome?
Can I
Yes.
say except I'm raging?
I know you didn't intend for this. No one ever anticipates misfortune on the road. It's alright. I have most of my funds in the bank.
I think you should kind of
It's not that big of a loss.
plan for...
Ma'am, you're not allowed back in
Stop.
town. They burned your inn.
What? Yeah. It's not that big of a
She
loss.
replied softly, giving me a forgiving smile. But as I looked at her eyes, I could see them vibrating.
God. Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
Ah, fuck. Here we go again.
Smiling shakily back, I lay back against my mat and gazed at the stars. Oh god, the moon. Goes-
Woo!
It just goes full local 58 and the moon turns out to be an eldritch monstrosity that's taking over people's brains.
How
That's
beautiful
pretty
is the moon?
So...
Would you suck the moon?
yes.
No.
Just let me wrap my lips around that rock.
Once again, Tom's the outlier here, so now we truly know who's the, problem here, huh?
I mean, have we not established that I'm kind of the odd one out here?
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
I would think that the odd one out would be, not paying attention.
Yeah, who doesn't pay attention to these?
Zane.
What? Yeah?
The sound of Rao breathing helped me relax enough to fall asleep. I wasn't asleep for long. A large warm snout nudging me out of light slump. Pick a tense and stay there.
Pick a god and pray.
No.
Yes! Yes!
I'd rather not catch fire again.
Okay, that's one of my favorite, crit lines in Fire Emblem. Seriously, I'm so happy right now. That's Frederick, right? Who says that?
Yep. Mhm.
Yep, that's what I thought.
He's like, goodbye, whoever you are. You're dead.
Tom's line.
Is it? Oh, shoot.
Motherfucker.
What is it? I mumbled sleepily, sitting up sharply when the sound of baying hounds reached my ears. Oh no.
The horse was now kicking me awake.
Knock, knock, open up the door, it's real.
With the nonstop pop of stainless steel. Oh, good. Wait, nope. Zane's line.
Glancing up at the sky, I saw that the moon had already set, and only a couple hours until dawn. Hearing quiet rustling, I saw Raoul already on her feet and quickly covering her fox-like features. It was clear by the expression on her face that this was the first time she had been tracked by humans with the intent to kill her.
Oh god, it is Tamomo no May.
Kill the witch!
You
Kill
would
her!
not believe what happened last time I got involved with humans. They shot me in the ass and the neck with an arrow and chopped my head off.
You know, just human things.
Just hearing a dog. Just this comes running out of running at them out from the dark.
Oh god. Dear god.
Borf, borf.
Oop doop doop doop.
I
There
wonder
we go.
how Tamomo no Mae feels about dogs.
Kitsune in Japanese folklore are stated to like absolutely fear dogs because dogs are able to see through their disguises. Yeah. Of course, specifically in Japanese folklore, they also really love the taste of fried tofu, so there's that.
The more you know.
Yep. There's also one that apparently will just possess people that is missing an eye in one of its legs. And so one of the signs that a person is possessed by it is that they're like, I think, left, like one of their eyes will just like start like creating excess mucus.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, that's what I was referencing earlier. Let's see where. Jumping up, I quickly rolled, stuffed my bedroll back into my pack. Well, that was fast. And swung up on Vanyata's back. You know how long it takes to like put a sleeping bag back in the bag?
At least a
She's
couple
the main.
seconds.
She's the main character. She can do this really
Seconds.
fast.
It takes me a few minutes.
Come
Never
on.
get that bitch squeezed back down to the size I need it.
Come on, we
Did you
ride
know
fast
she
and
took the
hard.
Didn't you know she took
Oh
the
my.
quick packing feat?
Motherfucker.
Come on, we ride fast and hard. I said as the bane steadily got louder. I was kind of waiting for y'all to interrupt me again, and it would have been funny, but oh well.
No.
Do you want me to
Okay.
interrupt you again? I will.
Please don't.
Please do, Daddy.
All right. I'll make sure to
just-
keep interrupting you then.
It just would have been
I'm
funny.
really trying to at this point.
I
I have brought this upon myself, so I am fully accepting the responsibilities of such.
Dear God, the name of this person in this other chat. That's all I'm gonna say.
A little bit.
Fucking hell. Well, I don't know who.
Who done it?
Anyway, Zane's line.
Really?
Yes.
Yes,
Why?
if you weren't interrupting me, maybe you would have noticed.
Fuck. God
Brow
damn it.
nodded and patted her nose apologetically up onto his back. Oh, I'm so sorry. Slaps nose.
Wait, did they not take the saddles off their horses when they went to sleep?
Maybe they're riding bareback. Or maybe they just are doing the whole thing where it's just a blanket thrown over the horse.
That's also a possibility.
I'm just imagining that instead of the saddle, it's just a fucking bedroll.
Just maybe if they left the saddle, well, if they left the saddle on, dick move. That's what I was gonna say.
It's just uncomfortable. I hate sleeping with saddle on. Which way is the forest? I asked. In the middle of the forest. I asked as I guided Vanyata towards Rouse, stopping right beside her.
We're going in the. Wait, what?
I thought they were in the forest.
That's what I thought too.
They're outside
Are
of the
they just sleeping in a field?
Probably. They said the field turned into fields of gold, so it might have been a wheat field. Wait, yes, it was, because remember,
Sleeping in the middle of the week.
Ra went to sleep on the wheat. She didn't even put down a bedroll. She just slept on wheat because she's a fox or something.
How the fuck is that going to keep you hidden unless the wheat's grown, in which case the horses will not be hidden?
We're going in the opposite direction in the forest, so we're gonna have
forest.
Then the forest.
Let's not overlook that.
So we're gonna have to backtrack and then find the path on the northern side of town, she said, pointing back towards the town and the line of black barely visible beyond that. Another thick black mark upon a thin white heart.
What about thick and black?
I was quoting a song that I once heard on MP3 player that it came preloaded with it, and it was actually a pretty decent song.
Growling under my breath,
Yes.
I touched my heels to my mount's belly
We've been over this.
and stated, well, we have to somehow loose the hounds. Let's ride.
No problem with losing hounds. Their sense of smell is fucking insane.
Yes.
Kind of happens when you have a face that's covered in flaps specifically bred to, waft smells to your nose. Like, that's why bloodhounds have long floppy ears, is that literally helps, redirect smells around them to their nose.
Yeah, I get it. Hounds can give the big
so
sniff.
that's what that song is called.
Like, it's going to be very fucking hard to lose those unless you just outright outrun them.
I mean, they are on horses, so it's possible they could outrun them.
Yes, but it's not going to be helped if they go back towards the town.
Yeah, probably not.
Round not it. The best option would probably be go through a river. Make it a lot harder to track you on the other side because you're, the scent's not going to, stay as well after you go through that. Anyway, round nodded, and we started on a fast pace towards the town, the dogs hunting us all the while. As we crested a hill near the town, we saw that the inn was nothing more than a pile of smoking rubble on the side nearest us. Ignoring it, we slowed down as we neared the town, wordlessly deciding to ride around the boundary instead of through it.
First rays of dawn shone out from the horizon as soon as we got to the eastern side of the town, possibly blinding the guards that might have been keeping watch. We didn't stick around to find out. As soon as the sun hit us, we kicked our mounts into a gallop to keep ahead of the hunters and their dogs.
Woof woof.
Honestly, doubling back like that would just make it easier for them to get to you because they wouldn't have to travel as far. And you were going through a field.
I don't think this person understands how dogs work.
But they're on horses, Llytic. They're faster.
Don't fucking start with me. I will invert your ribcage.
Wow, that's pretty sexual.
Oh, God, I can hear myself blink.
That's bad.
You should get that looked at, dude.
I don't think there's anything actually there on my eye. It's just
It's that time of year, so.
Hey, there we go. That's better.
Okay.
Anyway.
So, the sun? Do.
Okay. Let's see. Where the fuck was it? Yeah, it'd be the sun.
The sun was halfway above the horizon when we got to the northern end of town and found a dirt path leading to the forest. What?
They just now entered the forest, which is apparently on the other side of town.
It's almost as if the entire place is surrounded by a fort!
Usually that would be the case.
We followed it at a fast trot, the howling of the dogs getting fainter and fainter as the miles passed.
We were talking about a fucking pseudo-medieval European type area. Like there might be a field, like there might be a few fields, but those wouldn't be like right next to the city. Those would be a bit farther away. We intended to. God, it's like
Yeah, is very, very bad, yes.
well, yeah, doubling back could do that, but not if you double back past your starting point. That's where the issue lies. Especially if they're already following you.
Yeah.
Anyway, fucking hell.
I
think we lost them. Rayo observed as we stopped at a nearby stream to let the horses drink and rest.
I listened for a few moments, then shook my head. Wow, the first smart thing that's been said this chapter.
And it wasn't anything.
Yep.
The first smart thing that's been said this chapter. Nothing.
No, they're just taking a small break.
Yes.
They'll continue when they are rested. I don't think that they'll let someone who killed one of their own get away that easily. Maybe you shouldn't have killed them then. Ever think about that?
Maybe you should have killed the witness.
That's the other option. That's the darker option, but
The witness was an accessory to assault.
Haven't either of you played Skyrim? Everyone knows there's always another witness, but you end up killing the entire town guard.
I can live with that. Point is, the witness was an accessory to assault and was actively helping with that. So you know what? He's lost living privileges.
Just imagining how she would have killed it. Like, it might have been funny. It's like she kills the one guy and then like just throws her sword. Yeah. or no. Just unscrews the pommel, throws it at the Indian witness, and ends them rightly.
Oh god. All right. Who's fucking line? I think it's mine now.
I should just finish mine, yeah.
Yeah. Rao nodded in understanding. Wouldn't the fox person have better hearing than the elf?
Probably.
They have bigger ears. That's kind of how that shit works.
No, wait. This is an Aragon elf, so they're overpowered as shit.
The only thing the Aragon elves had that made them overpowered was standard elf stuff, so slightly better hearing than a human, and a better knowledge of magic.
They also had super strength and agility.
Yeah, standard elf stuff. Again, Viking mythology. You expect elves to not be hardcore? If it comes from Viking mythology, I expect it to be fucking hardcore.
If it's Viking mythology, yeah, but I'm talking like Aragon, in which it's like, yeah.
Well, yes, but again, elves stem from Viking lore.
Mm-hmm.
If it, just like dwarves.
Mm-hmm.
So why would stuff from that mythology not be hardcore when it's translated into the modern day? I mean, the only reason why elves are mainstream is because of Tolkien, and he had a fucking hard-on for elves.
Mm-hmm.
Notice your elf. Ooh, what's this?
Again, Tolkien, I mean, the fucking Tolkien books are basically just Norse mythology.
Kind of.
It's just like a slightly modified version of Norse mythology. The majority of stuff in there comes from that. Also his own pessimism. But that's something else.
Mm-hmm.
After all, Middle Earth is actually just past Earth.
Mm-hmm.
According to him, just everything keeps getting worse and worse and worse until we get to the modern day.
In which case, it continues getting worse in a double pace.
So apparently the modern day is worse than Sauron, according to Tolkien. So that's good to know. Yeah, it also equals Midgard.
Mm.
Like, that's the whole thing of why it's called Middle Earth. Anyway, I said my line.
Did you?
Wait. Round nodded in an understanding, then concentrated on her tired and thirsty horse.
There we go. Now you said it. That's what I was waiting for.
I started to say it.
Turning to Vanyata, I gazed at the beautiful silver horse Rao rode and asked, "What do you call your horse?"
Silver.
Hi-ho, Silver, away. Haha.
Yes.
Hi-ho, Silver.
Big iron. You make my iron the big iron.
Hang on a sec.
God damn it.
There's a video that just there. It's like it's Big Iron, but everything is in alphabetical order. But the thumbnail
Is the thumbnail,
thumbnail is hilarious. Hang on. I just misspelled alphabetical, and I feel like an idiot.
I mean, it's literally alpha, beta, call. Have fun with that, anyone who didn't realize that.
Just Pagini door.
I hate that. Anyway, Zane's line.
I love that thumbnail so much.
Sorry, guys, it's been almost an hour and we haven't finished the chapter.
Yeah, we should probably finish the chapter and start on the next one.
You want
Yes.
to finish this?
Zane?
What?
Just, it's your line, Zane.
And?
Could you read, please?
Why?
Oh, God.
Because I'm tired of this story and I want to be done with it.
We have another thing to record tonight.
Llytic, you just interrupted Zane.
Glancing at me, then back to the horse, Raoul smiled and stated fondly his name is A-Rod, like Aaron. I've had him since I was old enough to ride.
Ah,
I'm not
yes,
gonna lie.
Major League Baseball player Alex Rodriguez.
I'm not gonna lie, I immediately, for some reason, I initially read ride as die.
Ah, hello! You must die.
I've had him since I was old enough to die.
That's right, I've been riding a horse since I've left my mother's womb. I've never gotten off.
I've been riding a horse since before I was born.
Well, you know, if you fall off a horse, you just get back on.
Unless you smash your head open on a rock.
I mean, that sounds like quitter's talk to me.
It also sounds like a personal problem.
Death?
Yeah.
I can't help you, I've died. That sounds like a personal problem. I'm literally a ghost. Yeah, and? What the fuck is wrong with you, Reggie?
There's a literal hole in my chest. That sounds like a personal problem.
My brain is spilling out. And smiling softly at the affection Rao showed, I turned my attentions back to Vanyata when she impatiently bumped her head against my arm. I reached up and rubbed her nose, then threaded my fingers in her fiery red mane, combing it as best I could in the little time we had. Soon as the horses looked a bit more rested, we swung back up on our mounts and continued down the path at a swift trot. The sound of the dogs faded as the dark smudges that was the forest got bigger.
Like,
Yes, the smudges was the forest.
Apparently she's nearsighted.
And I just interrupted Zane. I'm sorry, Zane.
Hmm?
I interrupted
I
you.
wasn't saying anything important.
Yes, but the fact remains you were saying something and I interrupted you. I feel bad for that. I'm sorry.
I was always saying something about XCOM, dude.
Oh, okay. This situation worries me, especially in how the towns just seem to give up. It makes me wonder if they have something else planned for me. Catapults!
Giving into my paranoia just a bit, I made Vonyata trot slightly faster to ride alongside Rao and A-Rod. The fox only glanced at me, then concentrated on the road ahead.
They're
Oh,
launching
sweet.
the dogs at us. Just fucking hit the ground running, catching the scent.
Catapult assault dogs.
I mean, granted, the only way you could get that to work is if you somehow mixed them with cats.
Or used magic.
And then at that point, you just be Alinity.
Yes.
Damn it. Fuck. Okay. Slowly but surely, the forest got closer and closer as the hours went by, making my nervousness grow with each passing minute. Vanyata sensed my emotions and started getting finicky, tossing her head as if trying to determine the source of my growing anxiety. Probably doesn't help that horses have 360-degree vision, so she can just, see your worried face behind her. Oh, God, why does my rider have that expression on her face?
It's making me nervous.
Please stop. By the time the sun was halfway across the sky, we could see Du Amirs. I swear to God, if that is more of the fucking Aragon magic language, I'm going to kill someone.
It probably is. But you were going to kill someone anyway, so...
I mean, yeah, that is kind of on the itinerary. Instead of it being one dark smudge on the horizon. Are you nearsighted? Is this elf nearsighted?
Possibly.
When this character is asked, what do your elf eyes see? Is it a lot of fucking blurry shit?
I see dots that are swimming in front of my vision. It's really weird.
I see blurs. Everything's out of focus. Once they got closer, I could probably tell you what I'm looking at.
Rao glanced at me
Oh God, I know how many fingers you're holding up. Don't start that shit.
Seeing my frustrated expression at trying to keep Vanyata under control, stated, I think we should stop for a break and eat.
We eat on the horses.
Or they could just eat the horses.
That's not going to help their travels.
Probably not.
Eat the spaghetti horse.
When you fall off a horse, you gotta get back up and eat that horse.
When you fall off a horse, you eat that horse one bite at a time. Wait a minute.
I was quoting DBZ abridged.
And I was quoting something else entirely. Yeah. My diseased mind, in case you were wondering.
I mean, that's a rude way to talk about yourself.
Ha 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 ha! So funny. Ha! Slap on the knee for that.
Are you going to read your fucking line or not?
No. We had our mounts stop and dismounted them, leaving them a small ways off the path. I dug in one of the saddlebags and after giving Vanita a long drink of water from my water skin, took a piece of bread out, munching on the slightly stale loaf. I surveyed our surroundings to make sure that there was nothing coming to kill us.
And here I thought that she would have fed it water from her wineskin. A large splash of yellow caught my attention.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Don't
dear
eat the yellow.
God, this is going to turn into a fucking Jenna story.
Don't eat the yellow snow. Just gonna say that right now.
Don't write an entire chapter featuring water sports in your Legend of Zelda fanfiction.
Oh,
Please,
yeah.
please
I
stop
remember
reminding
that.
me of that. It's been burned into my memory enough.
Good.
Curious, I climbed over a small hill and gaped at what I saw. Starting about 40 feet in front on the hill and ending just in front of the forest was a huge field filled with nothing but bright yellow sunflowers.
Oh, so
Each
not
one-
a literal splash.
Just a metaphorical... Each one swayed in the slight breeze, creating a huge rippling effect. Turning my head, I followed the path with my eyes and was delighted to find that the path went through a small portion of the bright field, to disappear into the shadow of the bright trees. I sat down on the crest of the bright hill and ate the rest of my bright bread while watching the bright field. A rare feeling of bright peace creeping over me. Brightly.
Motherfucker. It's not even that she mentioned the word bright several times this time.
Again, I'm just following the whims of my diseased imagination.
Don't you fucking start with me.
Imagination.
I will trap you in that cardboard box.
Yes, but when I do the whole rainbow thing, it's not a rainbow. It's something that's like monochromatic, and it's really disturbing.
You
For
edgy
me, anyway.
motherfucker.
No, you. Got him. Alright, let's see here. Ava! Are you ready to go yet? Raul called up from the bottom of the hill, startling me out of my thoughts.
Why are you completely out of cover and in the middle of the open field? You're gonna give away our position. You're on top of the hill. Why are you like this? You have a death wish? Yes, I suppose I am, I called back, standing up and carefully making me way down the hill. Carefully making me way down the hill.
She was waiting for me on A-Rod by the time I got to the bottom.
I hate that name. It is a terrible horse name.
Really? What's wrong
Yes.
with A-Rod?
Why would you name your horse A-Rod?
Why not?
Because it doesn't sound good. That does not sound like a good horse name.
It's probably pronounced a rod, but I like saying A-Rod just because it's funnier.
I mean, a rod makes it sound even worse because it literally just sounds like a rod. Like you're talking about
I am
a rod.
currently a-rozed.
What are you riding? Yeah, I'm riding on a rod. Waiting on
Was it
you.
my line again?
Yes.
Funny how time flies. She nodded and turned A-Rod down the road
No.
and set off on a trot, her blue
No.
tail thumping against her saddle. What?
That's not it.
What is? Not it.
It's not your line.
It's not my line?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
One before that. Swear to God.
She was waiting for me? No.
That's what Tom read.
As I swung up on Voniata, I grinned widely at my companion and cheerfully informed her there's a huge sunflower field up ahead.
I nodded and she nodded and turned A-Rod down the road and set off at a trot, her blue tail thumping against her saddle. It's a sentence you made me read, Arthur. Why is the hair blue? Stifling a giggle, I followed them, my anxiousness returning as we set down the path. To my delight, we got to the sunflower field after an hour or so of riding. I stopped Voniata and marveled at the sight despite the brightness making my eyes water.
See, I told you it was bright. Hurry up. I would like to at least get out of this field by sundown, Rao called from up ahead, her tail flicking impatiently.
I have an allergy.
I have a nervous tick.
No, I'm just thinking allergic to sunflowers.
Oh, no.
Like, we should go through that sunflower field. God damn it.
Rolling my eyes, I nudged Vonita into a fast trot to catch up with Raoul.
Just the entire time, just loud sneezes from the fox. What's your problem, Rao? You seem antsy. I observed after watching her tail flick back and forth as we got nearer to the forest.
She glanced at me, then said, "There are tales that there are trees that can pick up their roots and move on their own." Okay, now you're just... Okay. But
that
I
is
know...
a thing in Shrek. That's not a legend. Those just exist. They go to bars.
Oh, yeah, I forgot this was a Shrek thing for a minute.
Because there's no Shrek in it.
But I know that.
God, if it starts doing the Tom and Jerry thing again.
But I know that they are not creatures of legend. I nearly got stomped by one when I was last out here.
Fuck. What is this story?
All right, it's my line.
Yes.
Rolling my eye. No, I just read that.
The tree people.
The three people that crossed us about a week ago came to mind. After that, she said that.
So apparently the previous fic was only a week before this one.
Oh no.
Dear God, you've gotten up to a lot in a week.
Well, a lot can happen in that amount of time.
Yeah, including assault, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Why? As we rode, I let my mind wander back to the castle and to Artie. Wonder how he's coping with being king and my departure. Comma.
He's currently, like, having intercourse with many, many, many concubines.
The lack of comma there makes it sound like he's your departure. Oh, wonder how well he's coping with being king and my departure. I do hope he's doing all right, and if he had gotten the meaning behind my final gift, it was a series of flowers. Because you decided you needed to use flower language to convey your final message to him before you just fucking yeeted yourself out the castle.
How do I use the flower language to tell somebody to fuck off?
Nothing but black roses.
You just,
Also,
or
maybe
you could
some
just,
dead daisies.
or you could just find out what they're most allergic to, send that to them, and then put a note that just says "No you."
Ah, peanut butter. Got it.
Peanut butter's not
Yes.
a flower.
He said find out what they're most allergic to.
I meant specifically what flower they're most allergic to, but peanut butter works too.
A bouquet to someone with a peanut allergy. It's just covered. All of it's just covered in peanut butter. Dear God. It's not even hidden. It's just slathered. Fucking drenched with peanut butter. Why would you do this?
Why wouldn't you do this?
What kind of assassination attempt is this?
And then a knife hidden inside comes out.
A knife laced with peanut butter.
What you gotta do with peanut butter in your bloodstream, eh?
Oh, you're right. A black rose is to represent hatred.
Fuck. Jesus Christ. Unconsciously, I let one of my hands let go of the reins and gently touched the necklace, tracing the warm silver. It was starting to turn my skin green. I think it was cheap. Bastard's a king, yet he couldn't shell out for actual silver.
Who gave you that? Rao asked suddenly, making me jump at the interruption.
It's turning your neck green. Zane's line.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yes.
No.
God damn.
Saying the sooner you read, the sooner we can be done.
I lost my line again.
Okay, you are it. She
was looking.
She was looking at my necklace with interest and curiosity.
Oh, my best friend gave this to me before I left the forest. He wanted me to have a part of him wherever I go. It's laced with his blood.
Wait, that's perfect. What we'll do is we'll just drop a bunch of the Bloodlace stuff behind us so that they start tracking him and not us. Albeit he's been dead for centuries, so I don't think his sense anywhere. But I'm sure it'll work.
What? Oh god, the librarian wiped him out of existence. That's the fee for not returning your books. You just stop existing.
What if she just turns you into a book?
Get out of here. You don't exist anymore.
I shall scour you from existence if you don't return your books.
I will make
Thanos snaps people.
I will make you disappear and scour you from the annals of history. Or annals, or however you say that.
Annals of history and the recesses of the mind. No one shall remember you even existed.
I shall make you disappear from this planet, and I know that you know what that word means because you never returned the dictionary!
The price for stealing knowledge is for knowledge of you to be revoked. Anyway. Fucking hell. I replied with a soft grin. Yes, grin. That's what I do whenever I'm thinking back on something fondly. Not like a contented smile. No, just grin.
I bare my teeth way too much. It scares people.
Remembering his warm touch on my neck when he choked me.
And when I called him Daddy.
But he put it on me. Okay.
Oh, are you sure he thinks of you as just a friend? If you gave you
Dear fucking God.
you gave you something that expensive? Rao asked with a large
You
grin
got
on her
me.
face.
It's actually a gift to myself from myself.
It's a birthday
No
present to me from me.
No one showed up to my birthday party.
Rao asked with a large grin on her face, making my cheeks get warm.
I'm pretty sure I stated with fake confidence, knowing that I was lying through my teat.
Excuse you?
Hmm?
I beg your pardon? Beg!
Okay.
Nani?
Nani the fuck? In reality, I'm not sure at all. I noticed him acting a bit weird around me, much like he did with Gwen when he finally got to talk to her. Now that I'm thinking about it, what was that emotion in his eyes when I caught him staring at me a week ago? I know there was friendliness, sadness, and something else, but what was it? Shaking my
Lust.
head slightly to clear my mind of these confusing thoughts, I noticed Rao was carefully watching me with a knowing grin still on her face.
He was staring at your ass.
God damn it.
He liked your butt.
Yes,
sec.
that's the question that I really wanted to know when I watched Shrek the Third. Is Artie an ass man or a tits man?
This is my reaction to the author. You dense motherfucker.
I think that's more the reaction to the main character. The author very much knows because the author's writing this shit.
Yeah, not the author, the main character. Well, I mean, it's a self-insert, so I mean, kind of, whatever. Sorry.
It's a self-insert that wants to insert herself in art way.
What? I asked a bit defensively, making Rao grin a bit wider.
I feel like you said it that way on purpose.
I did.
Oh, nothing. Never mind about it, she quickly replied, turning her gaze to the path ahead. Can't step on the cracks. I can't step on the cracks.
Oh, god damn it, my horse stepped on the cracks.
Oh, no!
The horse's mom. Lifting an
Just off
eye.
the distance, you hear a really distraught neigh.
Off the distance, you just hear a loud crack. Wow. Oh, looks like we gotta take her to the glue factory. Lifting an eyebrow at her, I turned around at our surroundings to find that we were about halfway through the sunflower field, much to my disappointment. With the final caress of the silver pendant around my neck, I returned my hand to the reins and urged Vanyata to move faster in response to Rao's faster pace.
Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Okay, so that's gonna. Well, that's an interesting possibility. Um, so that's where we're gonna leave this one because it took us this long to get through one chapter.
Yep. Yeah,
I
that's
wonder
it.
whose fault that is.
You know, about an hour and a half. So, special thank you to Destiny Baird and Longreach Jones for supporting us on Patreon. If you like what we do and would like to help support us, then consider clicking that link down in the description and donating to our Patreon.
Thanks for enabling us.
Yes.
Meet me behind the alley for the usual.
Dear God.
Stay safe, stay inside, guys.
Yeah, that.
No.
Unless this goes up after this is all blown over, but I doubt it.